Alright, welcome back. Okay, so we're gonna go in, take care of everybody. We're just gonna talk to everybody and convince them. I'm gonna try to persuade and not use the neural lamp, but on this hoe I will.
Did Masako send you to try? You can make light of the situation. The internal neuroamp gives us the power to crush our competitors. This is exactly why Masako's time has ceased. Good. If you use that neuro... well, it does make Ryujin look good. And we do gain a wider customer base, which means higher profits. You're oddly right about this one, Op. I guess you are worth keeping around. As long as everyone has Ryujin's best. I can only imagine the con. We'd almost be lit. Now, if you'll excuse me, I still have a lot of preparation.
Oh, that's weird. Somebody take your things? Oh.
You're looking interesting today. Just the person I wanted to see. An efficient exchange then. You've had the chance to encounter members of Do you think they're worth... Saving the jobs of thousands is it's a financial burden. This is true. Infinity never had the financial resources to match our salary offers. Getting what few capable employees they have at half the salary we... Next question. And why do you feel it was well handled? Please note on... Being prepared for anything is a great asset. I appreciate the insight. It's the next big step for Ryujin Industries. There's no doubt it. This has been rather enlightening for me.
If operation starts to bore you, let me know. You'd make a perfect lab rat for the R&D team. And how's my favorite patient doing? Not... That's great. I'd say Project Dominion is ready for legitimate human trials in that case. One step closer to seeing market approval. Genevieve is going to be so... So, tell me what you think of the neuroamp. I'd be the next Ray DeCaris, my childhood hero and mentor. How amazing would that be? DeMarcus, eat your heart out. Don't tell him. So the next question is, what will the fate of Infinity Ltd be? That's what I'm hoping for. They may be the underdog, but that doesn't mean... Well, this has certainly been the most interesting. All we can do now is look forward.
I'm just going through a lot of dialogue because they kind of generally say the same thing. Oh, we got more than half the vote already. We're good.
Is Masako checking up on me to make sure? In this business, there's always a side. And right now, I'm backing Masako. We just need to grab Infinity LT. I'm all about free PR. Infinity is that sad company in distress with thousands of employees terrified of their future. We are the warm embrace. I'm sure I can squeeze enough goodwill out of this. All right. I suppose you've earned the right to voice your... So let's hear it. Don't I know it? I think Alexis and I are truly gonna... We'll discuss security ramifications. It's sure to be cool. Well, it seems your talents really do stretch beyond...
You don't really need to use the neuron on everybody.
So much work to do. If you need something, make it quick. I'd like to... Not much to discuss there. I believe I've made my case quite... I can guarantee that Infinity Ltd was up to more than just the process of finding and following up on... I refuse to be blind. All right, I could use the... When it comes to profit, I suppose all my arguments do fall short. Huh. Well, what do you know? I think you just convinced me. Talent like yours... Nice to know someone is. Everyone's too busy praising... First off, if I find out you use that device on... Second, that tech is what... I'll do whatever I can to make sure it... Tech like this only has good applications when you have... Once that tech hits a market... Oh, and not only that, the tech... Because the external neuroamps are built to help the user on a personal level. They aid in reason, communication, confidence, and yes, they can be abused. But that...
I like how you don't get a different option, so...
In an ideal situation, yes. And I suppose creating that ideal situation is within my power. Now you've made it sound like a proper challenge that I can't help but accept. Masako is lucky to have you at her disposal, you know? You may be the greatest asset, aside from the internal neuroamp, that Ryujin has. This exchange has been surprisingly insightful, but now I really do need to get back to my notes.
You don't get an option with her. You kind of have to, if you want to have like a full-on, like everybody on board type of swing.
This meeting should prove to be very interesting. I assume Masako briefed. With that internal news? If it were up to me, I'd have shut down Project Dominion a long time ago. I knew it was a grave security risk. Completely. I understand. It's not that the board majority fails to see the dangers. It's that they believe we can overcome them. That hubris could easily bring this corporation down one day. I only hope it won't be on my watch. I suppose you're right. As long as I'm fully aware of the risks, I can properly account for them. My first priority will be to get the board and all security members set up with shielding as soon as possible.
There you go.
Plus, if we vote to acquire Infinity Ltd., we're about to add a significant workload onto my team. The last thing I want to deal with are any more incidents. I imagine we're looking at months of work. Infinity Ltd. is obviously not known for their security. I only hope that Masako and the others will be patient with the process. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some preparations to make. We'll be announcing Ularu's termination of employment at this meeting, so I need to have security ready to escort her off the premises.
Alright, easy enough. We took all the steps. We'll just attend this meeting. And let's put on... I was gonna say there's someone missing. Or is it just them? Oh, I guess Imogene.
All right, everyone. As you all know, we've successfully exposed Infinity Ltd's botched human trials and murder for hire through SSNN. The public is demanding their leadership, namely Lucas Drexler, face trial, and he's probably writing his resignation as we speak. Ryujin will be launching a statement, but I believe now is the perfect time to acquire Infinity Ltd.
Believe it or not, I agree. The acquisition has risks, and it's going to create a lot of work for all of us. But the overall payoff will be worth it.
That and Infinity Ltd's current situation makes them more affordable than ever.
Arguments? None? Excellent. Moving on, then.
I think what we're all overlooking is what led us to this situation to begin with. Yes, our security was compromised. But considering Dalton was hired by Masako, the issue obviously starts at the top. In fact, I propose that Masako be removed from CEO altogether.
Ularu, this isn't a line you want to cross.
And considering you're the mole, if anyone's going to be removed from power, it's going to be you.
Hold up. Are you saying you lied to us?
Dalton, the last meeting we had, you distinctly said Imogene was the mole, and she'd been dealt with.
Do you even have any proof to back up this outrageous claim?
Of course we do. The malicious code you hid on this slate to upload incriminating evidence against Masako onto Lucas Drexler's computer.
To put it bluntly, Ularu, you're fired. Security will hold you in your office until a proper exit interview can be done.
This isn't right. I should at least have the opportunity to resign.
And allow you to still be marketable to a competitor? I don't think so. This may be news to me, and I will be reviewing the evidence closely. But this isn't something you just get to walk away from.
Security, escort Miss Chen to her office and see that she stays put.
Damn, enjoying employment.
You'll regret this. All of you.
I believe the only regret would be trusting you to begin with.
All right, back to business. All in favor of acquiring Infinity Ltd?
Aye.
Good. Alexis, start drawing up the necessary documentation. Anyone have anything else they'd like to bring up? If there's nothing else, this meeting is concluded. I'll be following up with a few of you shortly.
If only there were more hours in the day.
Nope, just nope, because then that's an excuse to work even more. And honestly, nope, you need a break here and there, man. Put in a hard, don't get me wrong, 12-hour day is a 12-hour day, but Jesus Christ, sometimes I get tired of working 12-hour days. Like, there are certain things that's kind of like, ugh.
So, Infinity Ltd learned a lesson the hard way, and we exposed the traitor among us. You've proven yourself to be quite the asset here at Ryujin. It's well earned and deserved. I truly appreciate the work you put into exposing Ularu. No operative has ever had to investigate our own to the extent that you did. I can imagine it may have been a lot of pressure, considering you were fairly new at the time. I hope that enthusiasm sticks with you for the foreseeable future. Imogene's instincts were right about you. Now, as promised, I have your bonus. I hope you'll find it appropriate for all you've done. And I'm promoting you to senior operative. You've more than earned it. It's well deserved. As for the details, I think someone back on the operations floor would prefer to explain those to you.
Got a lot of creds. I mean, you know what? I mean, you can make that easy on your own. We do have to. I know what it said. So you're kind of done. Obviously, if you check your thing, you'll know it's imaging. I mean, kind of spoilerish, but Bethesda, you really dropped the ball on that one. You know, someone back in the operations floor. You know, if we didn't know any better, we would have said, who? Right? At least I would have. I would have kind of been like, is it Imogene? No. Like, who wants to talk to us? But if you notice, everybody wants to talk to you. Usually when you finish faction quest, all of your companions want to talk to you. Minus Vasco. Vasco is just, he's the homeboy.
You've certainly shaken things up around here. I still can't believe Ularu tried to frame me. An obvious misjudgment on my part. But now that's all in the past. It's time to get back to your typical day-to-day. And I'd say it's good to be back if I hadn't returned to a mountain of paperwork. Now, since you were new, you've been dealing with people, but most of our assignments are generated on the mission board. The board holds any available assignments that our techs have pieced together, and I've approved. Questions? I wish. Assignment approval isn't exactly riveting work. With your promotion, you've earned yourself an office, so whenever you're ready, you can find your own personal mission board inside. And the best perk of them all, you're free to make your own hours. Oh, and congratulations, of course.
I think I'm in love with Imogene. Where's that Casca?
No, only within the tower. The security risk would be far too much to allow access to that data in a public space.
In other words, you can't build it at one of your own places, of your own outpost. You have to come back to Ryujin to gain access to it.
You certainly will. Go check out the board, and if you have any questions, I suppose I can start up an open door policy. Just for you.
Hi. Hi. Girl, don't even start with me. Anyway, here's your office. I'm guessing it'll regen these things after X amount of hours. Who knows? I don't know. But you got some things here. Assassin's Refined Beowulf. Pretty good. Not the best. We have something similar already. I will take that ammo though. I'll just leave it up there just for looks. Might as well take it. It's a small looking desk. Computer there doesn't really do anything. The only thing in here besides this kind of area is this here. Mission board. And it's basically all the missions that you've kind of already been through in the beginning. Just for extra cash. It's just something to do. Instead of like think about the Dark Brotherhood in Skyrim where you have to go to the Night Mother, you have to be the listener and listen to her. And you're like, hey, my role as the listener is to dispatch these things out. I'm supposed to tell what's his name, and he'll send out assassins, and I just get passive gold coming in, and they're like, yeah, you should probably take care of this. We're still training. I'm like, no, fucking send these guys out. Anyway, kind of the same deal. If you want to. It's a little out of the way, what kind of sucks, but other than that, they're solid. So, all we have left now is to go talk to our people. And yeah, let's see. Let's go talk to them. That's pretty much all we really have time for left. Where do I want to go? Lobby? Yeah. No, loading screen from hell. Okay. Oh, I am over encumbered. Goddamn.
Package food?
Let's sell some stuff. I don't need all of that.
Just want to say, feel like making a purchase? No problem.
Weapons, sell. Helmets, yes. Yeah, let's sell that. How much does it sell for? Oh, not bad. Okay. Apparel. No, keep my operative suit out of your mind. Okay, that.
Thanks for
actually
stopping
puts
by
me-
our shop.
That other place. Newell's Goods. We have everything.
Not done here. I need to get to the spaceport so I could fast travel to my ship because I need to have it in line of sight. The next episode, the final episode of the week, we will get into, yes, we're gonna get into the Crimson Fleet. Please get up. I really hope in the DLC we can bring down, what's his name? Benjamin Bayou. Where's everybody? Crew. I didn't see Sarah Moore. Oh, is she asleep on the... They're going to talk about the Neuroamp and Ryujin and the decisions we made, or I made, and they're going to be like, oh, I don't know. As per usual. Except I don't see her, so... Talk with Sarah Morgan. Oh, I'm blind.
Handling those tricky decisions regarding Ryujin must have been difficult. Those types of corporations remind me why I... No, I suppose they aren't. Take what Ryujin's doing for... Based on your recommendation, they'll be... Are you implying I should ignore that? Based purely on the... When used properly, yeah. But imagine that technology in the wrong hands. Well, with any luck, perhaps Ryujin. All we can do for now.
Right, okay. Oh, is there anything else? Let me see.
There's something I need to talk to you about.
Okay.
Sorry to pull you aside like this. Taking those steps to eradicate the Terramorph threat is essential. Yes, exactly. I only wish that the United Colonies chose to exterminate the Terramorphs with the Apparently, their decision was based on your recommendation. Minimal risk. The Asili solution might take years, perhaps even decades.
Well, I'm just... Unfortunately, anything that accelerates the terrible... You haven't let me down. I'll tell you what. I'm sorry if
I figured she would go more the science route, but that's just me, though. I'd say, look, science is great. I love science. I would prefer if we went more scientific route in a lot of decisions. But you have to test it out, and they were willing to release something that has been untested. They're like, well, technically speaking, it should do this. And what if it doesn't? What if it does the opposite? What if it doesn't work and it fails? What if they become immune? These things happen, and you have to keep on releasing over and over and over, versus you have this thing that's like, hey, this thing is a natural predator for terramorphs. This thing fears, you know what I mean? It eats heat leeches, it does whatever. There's a cycle, there's life. Isn't that more scientific to kind of like sit back and go, hey, watch this? You have the natural born predator for everything. But you want a what? It's not on a microbe. I guess it was more like, well, the microbe will get rid of them quick and fast. Yeah, but sometimes it's not about quick and fast. Sometimes you have to let life take its course. You know, you can set things in motion. But if you're trying to like, well, I want to set things in motion, but I want it to happen, you know, right now. Like, snapping my fingers, I want it to happen now. It's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Put the pieces in place. Let it play out. If you're as confident as you are that it should work, then let it play out. Let it do its thing. Don't be impatient. It gives you a moment to kind of assess and take a look at everything and go, oh, that's how it should work. You know?
I know everyone's excited by the artifacts, but we need to be as objective as possible.
Talk to me. Neon. You think it would be peaceful with all those calm waters and beautiful sunsets. Nope. But I can't think of any town that's more stressful. Ryujin, Infinity Ltd. And there you were, navigating corporate bureaucracy like a professional. Humanity went to the stars and explored new worlds. And some still ended up sitting at desks all day long. Not sure if I should laugh or cry.
Both.
Look, I know Neon is going to be Neon, no matter what any of us do about it. But you just let them keep working on that new...
I feel like I should say this, kind of throw it back at him.
Oh, don't you dare. Science is a method, a tool for understanding why things are what they are doing. Science doesn't exist to control people. That's asinine. But if the bottom line is money, it'll be used to... Sure, there are benefits. The medical potential alone is mind-boggling. But if they are the hands holding this technology, just the ones who could... I understand wanting to hope for the best. Anyway, not that I care a ton about... So, Masako, huh? I mean, between her and... That's the problem. Anyway, you didn't... Just kidding. Hey, stranger. Let's chat sometime, okay?
That's what I'm trying to do, Barrett.
Space is so hostile to you. No matter what you could have done, we'll have to mark it in the Constellation history book.
This is typical me answer. But also a typical me answer as well.
Oh, really? I haven't noticed. You're amazing. Like chocolate-covered prasada berries on an all-you-can-eat spicy chunks buffet. Sorry. Balancing risk versus reward. So, you must have seen some day. Everything has a chance to mutate, and most mutations are harmless. But I get it. It's scary. It's definitely riskier than dropping off some wild animals. Oh well, it's by sealing the Lazarus plant away instead of destroying it. Maybe we can study it. Fair. But it will take a long time.
Okay. We're just talking to everybody. Well, not everybody. I don't know who Hamza is. These are just extra things I could do.
I suppose now you can add climbing the corporate ladder to your list of accomplishments. I must ask, though, are you not at all concerned with where... That seems like quite a pessimistic... For now, perhaps. Who is to say Ryujin will not... Surely you cannot... A corporation. And what happens when Ryujin falls... So you just walk away. I appreciate your explanation. Still... Can we speak for a moment? It is a relief to know that the... But are you sure this a seal?
There's everybody in the microbe. Oh my god.
I can understand that line of thinking, but even this decision means the Terramorphs will remain a threat. I appreciate your conviction. And I must say, I do not think some potential future use out. I find it even more concerning that the United Colonies will keep this information. Well, it is good to know that this...
Everybody wants the microbe. I'm like, no, I'll go with the microbe next time. But it seemed like everybody's like, oh, the microbe, the microbe. I'm like, brother, if there's an actual way that'll produce the same results, a little bit slower, but the same exact results, then I'm down for it. Especially when it's less risky, because I would rather we go the slow route, initiate that first, gives us time to go into the faster route and see if it'll work, and then we also take a small section and we see if it works over time. When we keep on doing it, and if we keep on going, it's like 1 through 100, and if 14 out of those 100 times it doesn't work, I want to know why out of those 14 times it didn't work, and I want to see, if that can be a problem if we spread it out thinking, hey, we did our job. Because what if it doesn't and it mutates and it becomes something harmless, like I said, or it becomes something worse? It's still naive and thinking, oh, but it could be harmless. Bear it. It could also not be harmless. Anyway, that's it for this episode. We have one more left, which should already be out. So stay tuned, and we'll start up the Crimson Fleet quest. See you there.